The Pharaoh says, how could you do such a thing without my permission? I will hang you inside the tree. I will hang you inside the tree. I won't hang you on the tree. I'll hang you. How could you hang someone inside the tree? This is what the Pharaoh says. I will hang you in the tree. He will open a hole in the tree and he will hang them. Imagine how much punishment he will give them. They said, do whatever you want. It's only this life. The results in the hereafter. We believe in God, and we've seen the sign, and we believe in God. Do whatever you want to do. What you're going to do only in this life. So they became not only believers, they became the best believers at that time. People who don't care about this life. They will die for what they believe in. And what? In a couple of seconds, right? It didn't even take long. Snake ate the other snakes, they all went to the ground. They all became believers. This is to prove how important to bring a miracle in the expertise of the people. Let's say, for example, Musa came in a miracle of the age. He lived 950 years. Will this matter? It wouldn't matter, right? Because they're not experts in that field. They're experts in the field of magic. I'm good in magic. You want to show me something better? Go ahead. You don't have much better, then I'm better than you. Same thing with Sulaiman. Sulaiman alayhi salam, Prophet Sulaiman, miracle, it's power. You have much power, or I have much power. Whatever has much power is in a higher level. Go to Prophet Jesus alayhi salam. Prophet Jesus is one of the very important stories. All his life mostly was miracles. Starting from his birth. Coming from a mother without a father. This by itself is a miracle. Miracle. Why Jesus came with that kind of miracle? His people in history was proven. It was proven that his people were very good in medicine. Experts in medicine and science. Expert people in that field. Okay? So it was very important to bring the miracle of their expertise. Of their expertise. So they were good in medicine, you have to bring them something in medicine to match their expertise. It will be uncommon sense for Jesus to come with a magic. Because once the people see Jesus making some magic, bringing huge snake and stuff, what they will say? It's a magic. Right? They will say it's a magic. But it's understanding for his time that Allah sent Jesus with a miracle of his people. So Jesus came with a couple of miracles. First of all, he used to raise the dead with permission from God. With permission from God. He used to, people who can't talk, people who's deaf, he used to ask Allah and they will get better. So if someone doesn't talk, Jesus healed his problem with permission from God. Okay? And he will tell the bird who's dead, come back alive. And it will come back alive with permission from God. Okay? And this is the miracle of Jesus. Very important for his people. His people in good in science, Allah brings them something in science. Allah doesn't bring power. Because the Roman has so much power. But what the people can believe in is a sign. So you bring them something in a sign. Go to the last prophet. Before we go to Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, we'll go to, for example, to Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was good in what? Speech. Common sense. He used to bring common sense. He used to speak with common sense. Not power, not magic, not science, not age, common sense. And we have a story about Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. His people used to believe in idols. They said idols are gods. And these are the gods we worship. And we just speak to the idols, and the idols help. So, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam wanted to show them the truth with common sense. So he went on their holiday. Everybody went out. Okay, they're supposed to go out, play and have fun, and come back and gather in front of their lords, their idols, and start to, thank and give money to the idols and, give special thanks. So Prophet Ibrahim, when they left the town, okay, to go and joke, he did what? He crashed all the idols. He crashed all the idols except the biggest idol. He left it. They believe that there is idols. And on the top of these idols, there is a huge idol who is the leader of the idols. He's the man. That's what we say. He's the man. So he's the leader, or he's the God of gods. So Prophet Ibrahim crashed all the small idols except the big idol. And he left. So when the people coming back to worship these idols, they found everything crashed except the big idol. They said, what happened to our gods? Our gods crashed. Who crashed them? So one of them said, I heard a guy named Ibrahim who used to call them names. Bring him here in front of us and let's see what's going on. So they brought Ibrahim in front of everyone and in front of the idols. They said, did you do this to our gods? He said, no, it wasn't me. The big idol, the Lord, got mad at them. So he went and crashed them all. So they looked at each other and said, big idol. He doesn't speak, he doesn't talk, he doesn't walk, he doesn't harm, he doesn't help. How could he do this? So they proved to themselves that this is the truth. So he said, how could you worship something that doesn't harm, doesn't help, doesn't do good, doesn't do anything bad? It stands by itself. It doesn't even can help itself. How could you worship that? That was the miracle. If you read in the Quran, the next sentence, it says, they kept quiet and they got back to themselves. So, you know what he's saying is right. But there is two different kind of people, and I have experience with these kind of people. There is one kind of people who want to know the truth. So if you show them the truth, they will follow it. Like, for example, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and the magicians. Once they were told the truth and they saw the realistic, they want to know the truth. So once they saw it, they became Muslims and they became believers. And we have another kind of people, okay, once you show them the proof, they're not ready to accept it. Even if you show them what, they're not ready to accept it. And they told Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam, bring God from the sky, and him and his angels. Bring him and bring the angels in front of us. And even if you do this, we will not believe you. They told Prophet Muhammad, bring God from the sky with his angels, and all he has, power, bring him. And we want to see them. And even if you do such a thing, we won't believe you. Are they ready to accept? Are they ready to accept the truth? No, they're not ready to accept the truth. They also were making wishes. They said, oh God, please, if what Prophet Muhammad is saying is true, send us rock from the sky and kill us all. The logic should say, oh Allah, please, if what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying is true, help us and guide us to the truth. No. The Meccans used to say, oh Allah, please, if what Muhammad is saying is the truth, send us rocks from the skies that destroy us. It's better than believing Muhammad. In another word, that's probably how much they hate to know the truth. And these kind of mentalities, you would never, even if you do what for them, you will never be able to make them understand. And I have dealt with these kind of people who, at some point, they said whatever you're saying is right, and we believe what you're saying. So now I ask them, so what's wrong? Why don't you accept Islam? And they're just taking you to a different issues. And then every time you solve the issue, and they 100% sure that this is the truth, they just jump to another issue and they just don't want to know the truth. And at the end, most of the response we get, كَذَلِكَ وَجَدْنَا آبَاءَنَا يَفْعَلُونَ. And this is how we found our family doing. Up to this day, wallahi. From the time of Noah, alayhi, go all the way, including Prophet Jesus, and up to this point, up to our days in USA. If you speak to someone, and you show him everything that he needs to know, and he got everything, and he's 100% sure, he say, well, you know what? My mom and my dad, I was raised that way. I mean, you know, my father, he'd been doing this all his life. My mother been doing this all his life. Or my father took me to church, and the people at the church, that's all they said. Or this is what I found my family doing.